Hello and welcome. My name is Doug Heath and this is Stars and Bars Power Sports. And today I just wanted to take a few minutes and give you guys an update on the 250R project because it has been a while since we've worked on it and I know you're probably wondering what's going on. Unfortunately, not a lot of progress has been made, although I was able to get the engine case repaired and I'm really happy with the results. This post up here had a big chunk missing out of it and you can't even tell anymore. Then the lower post here was broken off completely and is almost back to new. This weld probably could get ground and blended smooth, but then you're losing a lot of strength out of the weld. And especially with cast, it's always a good idea to have a little extra meat on there. And with the UPP case saver, you're never going to see it anyways. A guy named Brian May with Outlaw Motorsports did the work for me. If you follow the 250R scene, you've probably at least heard of him. He makes a ton of awesome billet stuff for the 250R, as well as the Hinson style quick change clutch covers, which I really want one just because I think they look really cool, and that's what all the racers used to run back in the day. But he also does suspension servicing and a ton of other stuff, so be sure to check out Outlaw Motorsports. They're not a sponsor or anything, but they were a pleasure to do business with, and there's not a lot of people still making parts for these old relics, so we've got to do our best to support the ones who are. Aside from the engine repair, I did figure out what I'm going to do about my cracked cylinder sleeve dilemma. If you don't know what I'm referring to, go back and check out the engine teardown video. But I've decided that I'm going to build the engine in stages like I had planned with the suspension. Stage 1 being mostly stock, Stage 2 being modestly modified, and then Stage 3 being pretty much the best you can get. So with the suspension starting out stock, I've decided to go with this OEM unported cylinder that I have and pair it with this OEM 34mm PJ carb that I picked up and a Paul Turner TRX race pipe. Then for Stage 2, the chassis will be getting +2 standard travel A-arms with work shocks and a revalved OEM rear shock and a wider aftermarket axle. Then for the engine, I picked up this cylinder, which is an OEM with an MX port. It's also Nikasil plated at a 68mm bore, which is the largest you can go on an OEM sleeve, and technically brings it to a 265cc engine. Now the Nikasil is a very thin, very hard coating that should help the bore last a bit longer, as well as possibly reducing some heat by reducing the friction. Now, along with the cylinder, I picked up this Pro Design Cool Head with a race gas dome, and I also plan to get a pump gas dome to be able to run the same head with the Stage 1 setup. And then the 38mm Air Striker carb that I originally got will be going on at that time also. And then Stage 3 has yet to be determined, but will include long travel suspension and a big bore cylinder. So that's pretty much where the project sits. Now that I got the engine case back, I'll be getting everything Cerakoted as soon as possible, which I've actually decided to attempt myself, so we'll see how that goes. I don't know how much of that process I'll film just because it'll be my first try at it. But then I will try to get the next 250R video out as quick as I can. So until then, thanks for watching.